So what does Drake do right now? The one idea was Drake should drop a song on BBL Drizzy.
Yeah, he just needs a hit, and BBL Drizzy
is a hit. And then I saw FA post this, and FA was like, he should just flip BBL to Bad Bitches Love Drake.
Yeah.
BBL, Bad Bitches Love Drizzy.
Yeah.
And use the beat. So you leaning into the jokes that people are making. And then unfortunately, he might just have to say, I fucked all these guys, girls, and that's why they upset. Because I think at this point, it seems to me at this point, maybe like... It seems like he's just trying to fuck everybody's girl. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And if you are that type of dude, like, and you're doing it specifically because it's a domination thing over the man,
Yeah.
you're not gonna curry favor amongst the community.
But I've heard it's not even just rappers. It's anybody he meets.
Yeah.
It could be a fucking executive at a bank that he's working with. If he got a wife, I'm gonna try to fuck this guy's wife or girl, whatever.
Well, this is allegedly the Bobby Altoff
That's
thing.
sick, bro.
Oh, wait a
Like-
minute, tell me.
Like this is like the rumor with this. Again, no one knows, but
Yeah.
like she does the pod with him. They're in the bed together doing the pod, right? Goes
Yeah.
crazy viral, and then she breaks up with her husband shortly thereafter. And then there's all this speculation that he like smashed and it caused an issue with the relationship. Da, da, da. Again, no one knows if this is true, but this is like the rumor on the internet.
Oh wow.
Also, the guy
She not
filed for
thinking
divorce.
What?
The husband filed for divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah, listen, it just seems to me like when everybody in the industry, well, not a single person will stand up for you. So not one person has like spoken out.
Nope.
To me, that means you don't have a lot of people in the industry that care about you winning.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to want a feature from Drake.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how is he not built up this like great rapport with everybody? He's handing out features to everybody that get these #1 singles. Like I'm looking at this from the outside, you know, I'm a total casual. But I'm like, wow, this is fucked up. This guy puts so many people on and nobody's standing up for him. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I start to hear little rumblings, and I'll protect some sources of like this type of behavior, which
Yeah.
is like, how do I
And apparently
smash
he'll
that?
kind of do you dirty on a deal sometimes, but also that's fair to me to a degree. To a degree, if you're that big and you're helping out this guy, you can at least expect some level of, all right, he's going to be a little whatever.
To get to the top, a lot of times people have to have a singular focus of self, and that is beneficial in their efforts to reach,
Yeah.
you know, the peak, the zenith, if
Yeah,
you will.
yeah,
But that does come at a cost. It comes at a cost is when you're being attacked, people remember those times where you only thought about yourself.
Well, it's, again, the deal thing, I think most of us would be like, it's whatever, dude. He's a billionaire. He's the biggest artist in the world, whatever. I think where people start jumping off board is, okay, you're going to do them grimy in a deal, fine. But if you're trying to holler at dudes' wives, if you're ruining marriages, just like, you're Drake, you could fuck a lot of unmarried girls.
I also think the community finally, well, hip hop finally like looked at all Drake's actions, all the things you guys said, but plus him like jumping out of different genres and roles and like accents and
Yeah,
like,
Kendrick,
stealing from a
Atlanta,
lot.
dude, the Not Like Us, the most damning thing that's like, oh, this is just, I don't need evidence for this, is the Atlanta thing.
Yeah.
When he's just like, you just use these Atlanta rappers to get your currency up. You're a colonizer. That was the one where you're like, oh, fuck, he's providing evidence on all of this.
And it's like, we've seen it. We've seen his accent change, but it's like, we just like excuse it because the song's hot. So just like, whatever. But like, if you really just start to see how often he switches from this role to that role to this accent to that accent.
But the accents and changing is one thing for sure, but he's not the first artist to like pocket people who are popping and elevate themselves in that way. That is a common trend just with artists. Jay-Z did this better than anybody in history.
But he's
like,
remained Jay-Z while doing it.
but think about it. Jay-Z by himself, with all due respect, the greatest at the craft, has never been like
as big as
he's never been an arena act. Like he could do the arenas in New York, he could do it, but whenever he did the big tour, it's all right, I'm gonna bring Justin with me, or I'm gonna bring Ye with me, I'm gonna bring whatever. He is the master at like finding heat and then bring himself alongside. And what he provides is the stamp of cool.
Yeah.
Jay-Z is cool. Like
Yeah.
that is what the world sees him at. He is the best at the craft, and everybody wants to be associated with that. But if he sees Justin rumbling, he's like, all right, let me get this motherfucker right here. So I think Drake has also done a brilliant job of building people up in that way.
Yeah.
But there's
And that's what I'm saying.
it's the reverse in that Jay's kind of he's trying to get white fans and making himself more marketable, and white people don't care about that.
Jay's done it with black people too.
But Jay is
did it with R. Kelly. He did it with
Jay is a drug dealer from Bed-Stuy. You're not gonna tell Jay he didn't grow up in the culture. Whatever '90s hip hop culture was, that motherfucker lived it. My initial feeling on Drake was, oh, this seems like I'm a kid who grew up in white suburbs, and I said this to y'all, you were gone. I saw him as a black kid who grew up in white suburbs, and I saw the way white people treated those black guys often, and you could tell the ones that were like really enjoying it and soaking it up. And then I would see those same guys with my black friends who grew up with black people, and they would be like, no, I don't fuck with this guy.
Yep.
Drake seemed to do that, but then kind of like help these guys out so that enough black people, he got enough cosigns that black people were like, oh, yeah, it's fine.
I think a little part of that also is that there are 3 cultural hubs for hip hop music, and they are New York, California, and Atlanta. Now, that's not to say that Houston, it's not to say that New Orleans haven't had moments, but we're talking about the cultural hubs that define the genre of rap. It's LA, New York, Atlanta. Toronto, because Drake is the biggest artist in the world, especially in the genre, has built up so much cachet, but it was never a director of cultural within rap. So Drake very intelligently has built those ties to Atlanta. He obviously built with Houston, and even built, I think, in LA, right? I mean, like, there's guys that he connected with. Definitely even connected in Chicago when Chicago's having that moment, right? So he very intelligently was like, I need the stamp of approval from the cultural movers, the real people who are shaking the world of hip hop. Drake defines hip hop in a lot of ways, and there's so many people trying to be Drake, but I wouldn't say the city of Toronto defines hip hop. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas like Future, like I imagine Future is bigger in Atlanta than any artist. You know what I mean? Like he has the influence.
Axe said it. He's bigger than Drake in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Future is God in Atlanta.
Yeah. And like same with Kendrick, like
Kendrick in LA.
in LA, like so I think it was a smart move, but also a necessary move. Like imagine you're this person who's complete outsider, and like what he's done in terms of building up Toronto and the scene and thinking of it as a place for music is amazing. And it doesn't hurt the fact that the biggest pop artist in the world, The Weeknd, is also from Toronto at the same fucking time. So Toronto's definitely having a moment. But I think in terms of the way the culture moves, he was very smart to partner with these people.
Yeah. Very
Like he needed that.
No,
culture.
nobody said it was dumb.
Yeah, I just wish he stayed himself. Like when he first came out, he was like vulnerable, kind of nerdy dude that sang, and then all of a sudden around like, if you're reading this too late, all of a sudden he's a gangster. And like
I think that's where people were like, "You're not this guy." That's where they feel like it's vulture.
I guess I'm such a casual. I didn't know that he had tried to present himself as like a tough guy. He's always singing and shit. Like I didn't know that.
He's like talking about getting people touched. Like he became a gangster. And I'm not even going to say that he's not, because I hear stories in Toronto where it's like him and his crew, if they want to do something, they'll do something. But people just look at it, it's like, who are you? You're not that guy. You just were upset of people making fun of you for so long that it's like now you became the villain.
Interesting.
And it's like, and I think he'll do that with everything. Like even when he was doing like Afro beats and all that, and now like, why are you talking Jamaican? But then, or like even Jamaican accent. But then people were like, no, that's really how he talks. He was just hiding it for so long in the beginning so he can break through into the American market. So we get introduced to him with a fake voice. And now when he starts talking regular, we're like, yo, what is this shit you do?
Interesting.
And then, well, there's also I don't know, this is the video. This is what another thing people are hating on is the video of him on like some reality show with white people talking about how ignorant the Toronto slang is. He's like, that's ignorant to me. But so like, we don't know the real you.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows real.
Even the thug shit, I've heard Drake will have his people get at you. You go to LA, they're like, Kendrick is a guy by himself. He don't, I mean, like,
nah, if you're a boss, like you're not getting your hands dirty. Like,
I guess to again a suburb kid who reads him as a suburb guy, we can hire people to do things for us. It doesn't mean we're doing things. You know what I mean? Like, you got money, you can get. I could be a boss if I got money, That's just hiring goons. It's not like you grew up in it. You represent a thing.
Yeah, he didn't
You know what I
put
mean?
work in, but yeah,
put
he's
work
still.
in. That's what black people say.
But
I knew there was a black people thing there.
he
Put
is
work
just
in.
way more gangster than he used to be.
Yeah.
And so we just seen, I guess, finally holding the mirror up to who Drake actually is. And now we don't know. And now I think that's why people are just like, I don't think we like this guy.
I wonder if there's a little bit of it like he's someone who is an outsider to hip hop, just by nature of like how he grew up and where he's from.
Just by being,
Right.
being from Canada.
That's it. And he just put out such fucking incredible music over and over and over again that the people are just like, hey, we got to give it up. This guy's fucking nice at rapping,
Yep.
amazing shows. Like he's just the best. But there's that little piece of the American fan base, the American hip hop fan, that's like, he's not really us, but he's so nice, we got to give it up. But the second he gets knocked off the pedestal, all those people were like, see, I knew it. You know what I
It's
mean?
a
Like,
little bit of that, but then also when he does the things like sleeping with somebody's girl, or
exactly.
like,
You're not building
or-
up any protection.
And
or beefing with Meg or whatever stuff. It's like, yo, wait, don't beef with somebody from our culture. Like, you remember who you are.
take-
You're an
yeah,
outsider.
yeah.
He's a beloved outsider.
According to Kendrick, he's a fan.
Yeah.
So if you're a beloved outsider and you're on top and people are like tolerate it because they can't deny it. The music is so fucking good.
Yeah.
But every misstep, they're there to remind you
Yes.
that you're a fucking
Yeah, don't forget,
outsider.
yeah. Taking shots at Meg was wild. Also, he has lied about, dude. Everybody in Kendrick's camp, and then you talk to some people out in LA. Anybody that knows anything about it is like, nah, that daughter is real. They're like, I'll die on that. That daughter's real. So if we find out he lied about that, he lied about Adonis at first, he lied about Ghostwriters at first. If he's lying about this, how do we believe anything you lie about? He lied about leaking the information. He was like, we leaked that information to you on the Hard Part 6. Apparently that's a lie. Academics said that wasn't true. So at what point is everything about you fraudulent and we can't believe a fucking word that comes out of your mouth ever?
It's tough.
If that daughter shit is real and it leaks, that's
I mean, how
a
do you
real
prove
problem.
the daughter thing?
That's
Like,
the thing.
Paternity test.
She would have
like,
to come out
you
for
gotta
7
sue.
years or whatever. She's 11 and at 18, she could be like, fuck whatever bag my mom got. This is what happened to Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones paid off some like airline gate attendant or something that he got pregnant.
Oh, but the
gave her
kid
a
you're
crazy
not
bag to
paying
keep
off.
quiet. And then the kid is suing. She's like, that was in utero when she made that deal. I had nothing to do with that deal.
Yeah.
Not only was I not 18, I was not even born. So I want to be a part of this family. Fuck you. And that's a
Now
smart
the kids
move.
want rights. Come on,
Kids.
bro. Fetuses don't have rights. You can't sue.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, but that could theoretically happen. I mean, by that point, it'll be so far gone. It's not even like maybe it won't matter, or it could be some Diddy shit. Who knows?
Yeah. The Drake thing of also sleeping with everyone's girls is so smart because the guys won't say anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
this is
they're
what he
embarrassed.
said last time.
that
And
what
it
you're
was
saying?
a great point where you
Mutually
look at the
sure.
guy and be like, man, these just bitches.
Hey, they
who
just
cares?
hoes, bro. You really care about these
And then you
hoes?
can't, as a rapper, be like, no, I had feelings for them.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
really
that
loved
still
her.
bothered me.
Yeah.
Like Wayne's girl while he was in prison, crazy dog.
Yeah,
that's the guy
that's-
that put you on, even if it's just one of his girls.
And let's put it this way: it's fucked up of her too.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like, don't fuck.
But hoes gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy.
I know.
What's that?
Well, that's the Wayne bar, which people I think are saying that was
Yeah.
about. But hoes gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy. But he says in the video where he acknowledges that happened, he's like, she tries to text me, don't get at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody
Even if she
defend her.
throws it at you, you go, "Yo, you are my man's girl.
Yeah, get the fuck outta here."
fuck away from me."
That's, He's probably got a little sex addiction situation
Yeah.
going on.
Listen,
Yeah.
power manifests. It's like a hunger for power manifests itself in different ways,
Mm.
and he presents himself as like this really just kind of like smart, composed, like thoughtful businessman, right? Outside of the character that is the rapper,
Mm-hmm.
right? All the business deals are like fucking amazing. Like
so
he's
funny
locked in.
when he wants to be funny. Like very savvy how he
Yeah, he's
maneuvers all of
fantastic. But that maniacal drive might present itself somewhere. And if you're fucking your friends' girls, you're not fucking them for them, by the way. Because there's tons of bad bitches. You're not just doing it to get a nut. You are doing it. You're fucking your man.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. You're fucking your man. It's
Yeah. Diddy.
it sounds crazy. Yes, Diddy. But it sounds crazy. But that's what it's about. It's like,
Like fucking him over or just like wanting to have something over him. But I don't think he's
I'm
Thinking about
no. You're not like sexually. It's like I'm gonna emotionally fuck you. I'm gonna do something that I know that I'm gonna have over you.
Oh yeah.
forever.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
You're gonna think about me for the rest of your
And
life.
it's what he
I'm
jumps to in every song.
dominating you.
Yeah.
Like it is and that if you can't control that compulsion.
Yeah.
It's also his go-to in, hey, Whitney, holler at me. I'll treat you better when I do whatever. It's like, yeah, that's his go-to thing.
But and then I was like really thinking about it. I'm like, he doesn't really have too many things he can talk about, because if he doesn't truly know who he is, like what more can you say in rap about bragging about money and fucking girls?
Well, even as a Drake hater, the thing I could never deny when he started is he's like rapping about being heartbroken and shit like that. And then again,
in the beginning.
I was like, well, I can't live through this, so it's
Yeah.
not for me. But God bless you. That's like a thing rap could have probably used.
I'm telling you.
And then
All those girls that broke his heart in the beginning turned him into a fucking psycho.
It is their fault. I was trying to
Yeah.
always blame them. I was trying to
Crazy.
figure out
That's
how to blame
crazy.
them. No, I
So
blame
I was
them.
pussyless for 3 decades. I mean, I ain't fucking my friend's girl.
He was a little resentful.
Yeah, sure, I ain't fucking my friend's girl.
Nah, but I think that played a little bit of part of it. Because women, I feel, in the beginning of Drake's career, he used to be a joke. You remember how girls used to talk about Drake?
No, explain.
Like, I feel...
Sorry, to add to this, this meme. There, Drake, the type of dude who would be the N-word, but Drake, the type of dude who doesn't bend his knees when he ties his shoes. There's like all these really funny.
Yeah.
Like, women used to look at him as, like, soft and, like a beta male. So I think that bothered him of looking that way. And then he, like, started living the lie and became now I'm fucking all you.
Wow.
I'm getting back at all.
You should have just leaked
women.
his dick 10 years ago. I would have
Yeah.
shut everyone up, bro. You would have seen it. Every girl would be like, all right. All right.
I'm surprised it didn't leak before, because he sends it up.
Well, apparently, Kendrick in his, I didn't know that, but in his Meet the
multiple
Grizz
women.
video, Kendrick,
Prosthetic. It's a prosthetic to make it look smaller.
No way. Like an
Yeah.
optical illusion?
Yeah, it's prosthetic to
way.
make it look smaller. It's like one of them, clown house mirrors or whatever. they do that to make it look tinier and skinnier.
No
They
way.
do it. Yeah, yeah.
Snapchat should make that filter.
That is from Snapchat. It's
What?
one of those filters. Yeah,
It's even bigger
So
and
you can have a really tiny looking dick.
He's got Spanx for his dick.
Yeah,
dude?
didn't you think that his dick looked really like malnourished? Didn't y'all think it looked malnourished when you saw it?
Compared
Didn't you
to-
want to give it 10 cents a day when you saw it? Why are so many bugs flying around this?
It needed UNICEF, bro. A little.
Make Afro beats. No, but it's so tiny.